All right, and we're back. Part 2 with Gerald West of Wakanna Dispensary. All right, so we left off with learning what CBD was and the difference between it and street weed. Mm-hmm. All right, so with CBD, you mentioned some of the health concerns and things of that nature. Mentioned a list of them. So what is it used for, and what's benefits?
What's the benefits?
Yeah, what is it used for? CBD, and then its benefits.
It's used as a control mechanism.
Okay,
and put it like that. It's used in a number of different situations, a number of different ways, right? Okay. So we were building on the difference, right, between your weed or your street weed and this new thing that we'll hear about in CVS, Walgreens, right? It's called CBD, right? And this compound has to do with your conversation with your body and being in control. It's a simple control system. So I've heard from a heart surgeon, retired heart surgeon, who gives praise to this compound by letting it be known that he felt, and this is Dr. David Allen, he feels as a heart surgeon that having this control system in check could help a person survive a heart attack.
Wow.
Could help a person survive a stroke. Now, this sounds like some far-fetched stuff. Let me tell you it's not. Let me tell you that I have a personal partner now, came in as a consumer when I was busy informing. Husband had a stroke, left side shut down. That's my brother Aaron. He is now in physical therapy. Whoa. All limbs active. Just went to celebrate. I call it like my little cousin. It's a church family. You know how that goes. His on his prom, and they were there. And as I'm seeing Aaron walk around, he has a cane for, like that extra comfort, Yet and still he's moving around. When I was first introduced to him, we're talking like bedridden, sitting, need assistance, and now he just with physical therapy. Right. So that's proof in the pudding for myself.
So
right?
So it's bigger than like just joints, and it's bigger than
when
that.
I say it's everything about the body. When I targeted or shared that picture, that, had to talk about the bowels and the eyes and all that. How people used to talk about cataracts, and you're so crazy, you're so funny, cataracts. How to, They were not playing.
Wow.
That the weed that they smoked on a minimal level, helped them get some relief for their eyes. Now, if that person had the wherewithal to understand about CBD and injected the CBD into it, their results or their relief is going to be exponential.
Wow.
Just hands down. I'm talking PTSD for the soldiers that come home. I'm talking PTSD for my homies in the street, for my homies that just got home, and all that type of stuff. I'm telling you, these are the sorts that I feel so blessed that I get to give. Yeah. Right? Because this is my dispensary. Now, granted, Wakanna, I would say is like the plug.
Okay.
Yet and still, this plug makes plugs. Remember when we was talking about duplication?
Right. That's it.
It's the only, every entrepreneur knows, like the real ones, the real ones that have really experienced being out there on their own, doing it their own, knows that duplication and leverage is the way. So the movement understands that when they empower characters like myself to empower you, be it entrepreneurs or formulators or investors, to move into this space with courage, to take back health, wealth, legacy, and freedom, it's like, it's just, I can't believe it, because I know people who are locked up for it. All these expungements that is happening right now, that's not enough. That's not enough. So I feel privileged to put an opportunity of control on the table.
Right. Now, when I watched the video of some of the other people that were involved, it was like like he said, everything about the body, it was just like a wide range. I mean, whether it was, I heard some people mention weight loss. I heard people mention blood pressure. I heard people mention stress. I heard people mention PTSD. I heard people mention lack of sleep. I heard people mentioning joint pain, arthritis.
Now arguments with the loved ones.
So stress. So, you know, and after watching that video, that's what made me feel like, oh man, I want to try this. And I was like, I just need to know that it's cool, you know, in my system. You know, so
it's very, very important.
So let's get into that, because that's a big question. It's a big question that comes across. But before we tackle that question, let's explain how the forms it comes with, gummies and cream. You know, explain.
Okay. Well, okay. You just your segues are impeccable. Impeccable segues. That's my big bro. How would it feel to eat gummies and lose weight? I love asking questions. I don't really do a lot. I do a lot of answers. I mean, I do a lot of solutions. Yet and still, questions, they're provoking. And I love to provoke. How would it feel, once again, to have eat gummies, and lose weight? It don't even make sense. How? How, Kane? CBD.
And understand, he's not talking about the party gummies.
No,
go to the party, so don't go out tonight.
I gotta say it like I say. No,
right? It's Friday night. Don't go out Friday night and like, well, I went to this party last time and they had the gummies, so I heard Gerald saying that gummies is the way to go. So no.
Yeah,
he broke down the science and the difference. So now you know the difference. Not the party gummies.
Correct.
CBD gummies.
Correct. So, and then let me continue.
Yes.
It's a lot of different modalities. It is a lot of different modalities. We, from our community, we only know about superheating, aka smoking, weed, baking, brownies, cookies. You already know. You either know somebody that knows something about it, or you the person that knows something about it. So, back when in the 1800s, all right, this thing called hemp was the it. Doctors used this. The opioids wasn't in the game like that yet. It just wasn't. Doctors use tinctures. Tinctures. What are tinctures? Is just simple oil extracted from the plant and got the best of the best compounds in it. Great for bioavailability. You hold up your tongue, drops under your tongue, put your tongue down, you hold it for 60 seconds, you swallow the rest. Me, myself, I like to play around and put it through my gums and in my teeth, and every crevice that I don't know is open, I want my CBD in that crevice because it's going to do something that blesses my body and don't stresses my body. Blesses my body and don't stresses my body. So you got tinctures, you got salves. You spoke about the salve. When Kane was saying how he came back out here and just killed his class because his knees was feeling great. Because brother pulled up on me and he was literally telling me, I don't know, for maybe the first 30 minutes every now and then, like, boy, these knees. I tell you, to have an answer feels so great. I rolled in the house cocky. I knew what I was about to do. I knew it. So I grabbed him a sample of my salve, put it on his knees, and I overtreated Kane because he overtreated me, and he still overtreats me. I love it. So I gave him the oil form and the cream form. So he put the cream on, and then I gave him the oil as well. And he just rolled. It has a cool little metal ball on it. He just rolled it on, and he rolled it on his knees. Next thing you know, what was the exercise you was doing?
I was doing plyo jumps on his steps.
He was doing plyo jumps on my steps. Yo, like 1, 2, 3, 10. He was jumping on hella steps after that. And I mean, it was mere minutes, right?
Yeah, it was minutes. Now,
everybody's body is special. Your body is a gift. It is a singular gift. I don't even care if you're a twin, a triplet, a quad out here. You have a singular gift. So I say that to say your body's going to respond when your body responds. This CBD, this hemp, this plant, you do not need to use a lot of it. It's just a little. I remember when Kane was using it, he hit it like it was icy hot. I was like, no. No. You need a little bit. Because we're so used to
having to slap stuff on.
Having to put on a lot of stuff, right? Because our bodies are so God body. It's going to need a lot to penetrate it, right? Well, we're talking about the God plant.
And the name of the stuff is power.
Yeah, definitely. We have, and like I say, this got segues is strong. The segues is a force. The force is strong with this one. So we have 2 ways of ingestion when it comes to drug screening, right? So we have power labels and we have pure labels. Now, the pure is going to be for anyone who wants the relief, who wants the control, and still wants to make sure that they pass their drug screening. You say how?
Speak on that.
You say how? How is that? It does not have any levels of THC in there.
Okay.
So our mathematicians would break it down to be like it's 0.0000, like maybe 11 zeros and a 1. So it's undetectable.
So the street, the stuff you buy on the street, that's high THC.
That is, that's all. THC. I mean, it's basic high THC and very, if any CBD is in there, it's gonna be low, probably. I don't know, 1% or something, because most of it is just going to be high, intoxicating. Okay. Right?
So that was a big question that comes
pure
across.
Power.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a big question that comes across me a lot is, if it's going to come up on a drug test, because people want the help, they want to feel better, but, they want to keep their jobs, so it's like...
you should be able to.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to enjoy your job.
Right.
Ooh, what would that feel like?
Right.
Pop a gummy before your job and get back to me.
Yeah. And so, and I've done it, so... pure and power. The pure is safe, correct?
Yeah.
And the power... has
well, I'm gonna say both of them are safe. Yeah. And still we're gonna declare it like this. When you know you're going to be screened, you're going to use pure labels. Okay. And we're only talking about ingesting. So we're talking about your gummies and we're talking about your tinctures. right? So when it comes to my salve, right? My cream, my oil that I put on my skin.
Okay.
See, learn this from Wakanna University and Dr. Rita as well. The salves and the oils do not break the blood-brain barrier. So you can always use a power topical. If it's something that you're ingesting, it will hit the bloodstream,
of course,
which comes out in the urine, which bippity boppity is bad for the drug screening. So it's just like this. It's very simple. If you are not concerned and it doesn't matter, go all power all the time. If you do, when it comes to ingesting, what you want to do is make sure you're choosing the white label, which is pure. Okay. And then when it comes to your topical, because my cousin Dr. Joy believes or helped us understand about our trifecta. All right, so I'm saying it's going to be a tincture, something to put in.
Okay.
It's going to be a topical, something to put on. Okay. And then we can wrap it up with a gummy. That's just for number one. If you want some real sweet sleep, how great was your sleep?
Man, I was sleeping good because I mean, he can tell you I wasn't getting maybe a couple of hours here and there, and my mind doesn't shut down. I'm a creative person, so my mind doesn't shut down. My mind's always working, and I would take a gummy, and I would nap so smooth, so peacefully, and I would wake up feeling good too. And I got into it for stress and for rest, and
those are two big
and the knee thing just came along with it, So it was like I got up one day and was just like, hey, my knees, my knees feel good, and that was just a plus because it was helping me balance with my stress. Meaning that between my creativity and all my stress, they were fighting my head all the time. And it would cause me frustration, sometimes a little bit of panic, sometimes a little bit of anxiety, So it really helped with that. Kind of brought me back to a place where I used to be, helped me keep my patience high. I'm a high patient person as it is, but it helped me keep my patience there. And that's the way I can describe the feeling I was feeling was, my patience is always here. And with my stress and creativity, my patience would get here. And once I started using the gummies, my patience kept staying here. It kept teeter-tottering. And so that's how I can say I noticed a difference when I stopped using it for a while, which made me, I would order another bottle, because I noticed a difference. It was like, okay, now I can see the bull again, I'm starting to see, so, and,
red.
Yeah, man. And so I've been interested ever since. Life changes kept me on the sideline for a while, but in a minute I'll be in, with the rest of the team. But
Now, what you were mentioning is REM sleep. That's another thing.
Yeah, REM. Yes.
I cannot say enough about this program. Getting into Wakanna University and coming out of Wakanna University, it's a 2-day, 4 hours just about each day. And then for busy people like ourselves, it's recorded so we can leverage the recording. You got to be there live.
Right.
And then you take a test afterward to pass. Just feel so prepared. And when I say REM sleep, it's one of the most, it is the optimal way to rest. It's gonna be deep, it's gonna be solid, and then when you wake, it's gonna be power there. So you're not gonna wake and be sluggish, right? Because
I did notice that too.
No one wants to do that.
Yeah, I know
your God body don't want to do that. Your God body does not want to wake up and then you all have to get into a hostage negotiation.
Yeah.
Your body don't want to do that, and you don't want that to happen. Yet and still, what's making that happen? It's some outside forces. I'm not gonna get all there though. There's some outside forces that are fighting against your body, and it has nothing to do with your wife or your husband or anything like that. It's literally about your imbalancement. It's literally about our community's imbalancement. And you know where the culprit is at? And once again, the ECS system, the brain, aka when we talk about our mind, where we point at. What Kane was saying when he did this totter here, that's letting me know that he's being for real, because it's not just like this. It's not static. It's not just like this. It does vibrate. We vibrate. So when he was doing that, it's letting me know that he knew where he was at, and it was just right there, vibrating for him right there, going high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. It's active. We're always active. The body's always moving, even if we're not moving. Even when these blessed spirits hop out this body still moves.
Yeah. Sure indeed.
How about it?
Indeed.
It's a lot going on. I'm telling you, these times are exciting. If you're stressed right now, if you're fighting for the life that you're fighting for right now, I am super excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you, because this is what you need to hear. Most you need to do now is get active.
Yes. And with a lot of the things you'll learn today, you'll learn that a lot of things, even decision to try these things, starts from your mind. And I have applied meditation to all my training sessions now, in my training classes and everything, online clients, everything, because wherever our mind goes, our body follows. And so it's important in these days and time to like really, this is, you know, I used to think that the mental era was our parents' era, but no, our parents were still coming out of the physical era from our grandparents. You know, so they were still coming out of the workhorse era, where, you know, it didn't matter. But we're at a time where, look at all the innovation that's happened in the last 20 years, the mental innovation with technology and men trying to go to space. We on a mind plane now. It's like it's a minefield out here, you know. So it's like that's what the war is in. The war is in our minds, and what we tell ourselves is how we compete. You know, that's how we fight every day. What we tell ourselves. You know, and I'm a firm believer of telling ourselves you're great. You know, and telling yourself you're beautiful, despite what's going on. You're beautiful, Kai. You're beautiful, brother. You know, when you get beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. And when you get up in the morning, if you can wiggle them 10 toes and put them on the ground and wiggle them fingers and see your eyes in the mirror and see your lips and take a deep breath, go lift a fork, man, you winning. You winning because you still have option and opportunity to keep going. If we get another day, you have the opportunity to keep going and use your mind to push you where you want to be, where you want to go, better life, better health, better home, better whatever, you know. But it's like it starts here. It starts here. And I'm so sure after 2020, people really realized that, because once everything was taken away, our body could take a beating. Our mind couldn't. A lot of people came out after you were able to come out, their mind not right. You know, a lot of people, while they were in, their mind wasn't right. They were with people and their mind just wasn't right. Minds was changing while you in the house. And you're like, man, you're not even influenced by anything because we all in the house. So how did people's mind change? They didn't fight to hold on to their mind. They didn't fight for that mind state that they needed. They didn't fight, you know, so it's like they gave up. And so now that they out, everything's chaotic and sporadic. And it's like, it's the same stuff you did a year ago. And it's like, you think about it, you know, we only lost a year and some months. Some people lost lifetimes in other eras of our history. Lifetimes, you know, lifetimes. Like some people went somewhere young and then returned old, you know, and it still happens to this day, you know, in our judicial system, and it still happens in other countries. It's like some people just, it's like some people are lifetime. We lost a year and some change, and some people's minds just done for 1 year and some months, just took them out, broke them. And it's like, so that just proves that it's more than things outside of us that we need to take care of us. There you go. It's things inside. It's things what we think, what we say to ourselves. You know, a lot of people defeated themselves just by sitting in the house talking to themselves in their head. I won't be able to make it. This is horrible. I can't survive this.
I'm going to build and say, if that was you, know that you were 50% away from the answer. All you get to do is deal in polarity. If that was the thoughts that you allowed to employ, because that's my whole thing. Look, you employed some toxic thoughts, right? Some toxic patterns, some toxic paradigms to be able to be aware of it, because being aware of it, that's what we want. What did they say at the end of G.I. Joe?
Knowing is half the battle.
Knowing is half, 50%,
the battle.
Your battle. Now we want you to win. If your battle is the mental one that we're talking about, if it's whatever, I don't care. If it has to do with something that you see in the mirror, I guarantee that your ECS, your endocannabinoid system, you have something else to say about that. Talking about the anxiety and stuff like that, you're looking dead at a heavy, high anxiety. 6'8", stepping outside. Oh, they knocking off fellas half my age, half my size. I look like a huge target. How you think that? What do you think that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're putting these on people who are smaller than me. What you think you're gonna try to do to me? See, these are things that I could have allowed to, or allow myself to employ. Yet and still I fired them, because I had the wherewithal and the awareness to see, oh, you're not me, you're a thought. Get away from me. Mm-hmm. Most people will fall into how many times have you just fell into a conversation in the morning? Just talking to yourself, and you letting all the words just go, and you ain't checked yourself one time. You ain't checked for your CEO one time. You ain't checked for God one time. You ain't checked for peace one time. You just letting it go because you were unaware, and that's okay. And I'm glad to bring awareness to you. Glad to bring awareness to you. It's nothing like control. We fight for control, we kill for control, and it's all been the wrong control. You want to control that little 4x4 block. That ain't the control you want. What the control you want? Inside. Yeah. Kane said it's more than outside that has to do with what's going on. So what's the more? Inside. The inner space. The inner space creates the outer space. So once we get the inner space right, you're going to be Star Trekking.
Yeah. All right. So, that leads into our next question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an optimal time to use CBD?
Mm-hmm.
If so, when? Meaning age or, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Day and night, what have you. And can it be used for any type of prevention? So, if we take it today, will it help prevent cancer later? So... I know it's a large question.
No, it's not.
Question.
It's not. It's not. It's a perfect question. It's a perfect segue. I keep telling you, you just segue God over here.
So the first part is is there optimal time as far as age?
Okay. Yeah. So everybody is different. Now, I lean into leveraging my medical advisory board. So what do I hear? Most of the time, I'm going to hear your tincture in the morning, your creams throughout your day, and then you wrap it up with a powerful gummy in your evening. A few minutes before you go to bed, not a few minutes, half hour, 40 minutes, whatever, because you want it to, because the gummy, it doesn't have the bioavailability as the oil, because it has to break down in the gut.
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to take a little bit more time to really get that reaction, that feel. Okay. Yet and still we want the bioavailability in the morning, because we want something immediate for that morning. For that new day, we want something immediate. So it's usually your tincture in the morning, your creams throughout the day. When I say, brother, get some sort of, when in the workout we get the stiff shoulders, the neck, cream here, work cream from here to the background of pineal, right down to the little cervical, little spine, right back here. Yeah, and I tell you, for me, it's immediate now.
Okay.
Because of consistency.
All right. Good structure.
Yeah.
What's the youngest a person can?
Okay, that's a great question. So 18 and younger. All right, we're gonna say PG, parental guidance, all the time. It's not suggested; it's demanded. 18 and younger, you're not touching any smokables whatsoever. Pregnant, nursing, talk to your physician about this.
Okay.
That's going to be, for me, I would break it down to just topical because it does not break the blood-brain barrier. That's nursing and pregnant because what you know, you're already giving. Oh, that's a great segue. That's can't use it. You don't understand about yourself sometimes. Our very first time indulging in hitting our ECS system is through breast milk.
Right.
That's the first time that you're getting cannabinoids.
Okay.
Through breast milk, and we all know. Now I'm a breastfed baby. So we've heard the benefits.
Right.
We've heard the benefits in comparison to Similac and all that type of stuff, right? And we're literally talking about destigmatizing before we even knew we was destigmatizing. Yes, when you were a baby, if you were breastfed, you took in cannabinoids. What did that do? Relax the baby. What did it do? Help the baby sleep. Is that what we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
Sleeping great. Then we talk about health.
Yeah.
Getting healthy. Then we talk about control. Yeah. The doctor said I was supposed to be dead at 2 years old. Most OG did was make sure my stuff was roughage, orange, green, orange, red, yellow, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, breast milk.
And they say that breastfed kids have stronger bones, or they're stronger.
Look, when I busted my patella tendon, that surgery was supposed to take 1 hour. The surgery ended up taking 5 hours because the doctor, Jerry Bertolini, he couldn't get through my bone. But he was such a tactician and he ain't want to get sued at the end. He knew not to do it the wrong way. Right. So he had to find a way to literally drill in. For me, it felt like they told me to go to sleep and then I woke up. It was quick for me. Okay. And then everybody else was like, we were so concerned. It took so long. But you are correct. The bone is crazy strong when it comes to, so yeah.
I studied that because I'm a prenatal, postnatal trainer.
Wow. Boom. Boom. You get to, did you talk to Dr. Rita yet?
Verbally, no.
Because she already doing this, and then she OB-GYN, you do the prenatal thing. I'm gonna link y'all.
All right.
Let's say less.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Say less.
All right, now